Today's video is part of the So You Think You Can Craft challenge. This is hosted every month by Melissa of Melissa Makes It DIY, and she challenges us to make crafts with different items. Boxes are the item of the month. So let's see what I did with boxes. Number one is the Trash to Treasure project. I got this box, some perfume in it, and I thought the box was so pretty with the gold stripes. But I need to cover up some wording on there, so I decided to go in with this beautiful turquoise paint by Folk Art. It's called Patina. And I just used my stamper and blotted on some circles. Just here and there. And I think it looks so cute. Of course, I'm going to leave the part of the box that has the big label toward the back. So we're just working on the front and sides. Oh, and the top. Boop. If you hadn't guessed, this is going to be a pumpkin, and I'm using this cap off of some Glade spray for a stem because the sticks that I had just weren't looking right. Anyway, I thought I could dress it up a little bit with some of this raffia from a hula skirt. So I'll cut off a few of those strings, and I'm going to glue it down before I glue it onto the box. There we go, cute. But I thought it still needed a little something. So I got some of this burlap scrap that was laying beside me, and I'm going to cut out some leaf shapes. I just folded it in half, cut down, but didn't cut all the way through because I'm going to cut a semicircle on the other side too. That way I can just fold them up like so and glue it on. There's 2 leaves. And popped it right on there. You know me, I always got to add more. So I'm adding some greenery. I have some fall grass, they call it, from Dollar Tree. Doesn't look like grass to me, but that's what they call it. And I just put a few stems around that. And then I was happy with it. I think all in all, it's really cute. Not exactly happy with the stem, but I'm okay with it. Ta-da! A box into a square pumpkin. DIY number 2 is a Thrift Flip. Can you guess what this box was used for? Let me show you this. Do you know now? It's an old floppy disk holder. Nobody has floppy disks anymore, so what are you going to do with the boxes? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is clean this one up with alcohol and a microfiber cloth because it's been around for a while. Then I'm going to paint white all over the top. I'm using the apple barrel. I'm using the Waverly brand by PLAID chalk paint. And I'm also going to paint the bottom section. See where it's sectioned off? It looks like 4 things stacked up. And yes, I had to do 2 coats on that. Now for that center part, I'm going to use the ivory color in Waverly chalk paint. And I'm going to do the 2 sections in the middle with that. Also 2 coats, just like I did with the white. Now I needed some separation right in the middle there. See where I kind of got too much of the paint down in the crack? So I'm just using a celery color. I thought it kind of brought out more of a interest there. And then I'm going to take some of these alpha tiles, spell out grateful, thankful, and blessed. And I'm using the lines on there to line them up and get them somewhat straight. You know, these tiles aren't exactly the same. Now that that's done, I'm going to put some of this pretty fall paper on the top because I do want this to look like a book stack. At first I tried hot gluing the corners and I thought, you know, that's kind of dumb. Let's do it the right way. So I used Mod Podge, spread it out all over the top, and stuck my paper down. And I didn't cut all the way to the edges because I did want a white border around that. And then I cleaned out my brush on the top of that. The last thing I'm doing is a little embellishing on the front because the top's already busy. I'm going to put a cotton bowl there and a couple of little eucalyptus leaves and a ribbon that I somehow erased before I edited, but anyway, that's how it looks. DIY number 3 is a Dollar Tree DIY, and I hate to even call it a DIY because it's just a painting project, really. I got this little wooden box with the ghost cut out on it, and I'm going to paint black on the inside and the outside, and I'm using apple barrel paint in the color black. I painted the edges, but it wasn't necessary to paint the bottom because it'll be standing up. And then I painted in that little part that slides into the back. I'm not sure what it's called. But anyway, I let it dry a bit, and then I'm going to use that white Waverly chalk paint again for the ghost. And I'm only painting the front of the ghost. The back's really not going to show. Then the last thing I do to that is sparkle Mod Podge. Arguably my favorite plaid product. I love that it gives shimmer without giving a heavy glitter look to something. Oopsie, I picked up the wrong brush and it's losing its hairs. Anyway, you can see what I'm doing here, just brushing it all over. It actually looks so good, I decided to do all the way around the edges too. Now stick around to the end to see the final reveal of all my projects. And you can see here better on the black what kind of a coat I'm giving it. Couldn't really tell on the white. And I also painted inside that little slide-in thing, whatever it's called. I put a coat of the Sparkle Mod Podge on it too. Now time for the final reveal. I really like how the square pumpkin turned out. I think that's so pretty. I love those colors together. And the little ghost box, oh my gosh. Adding a tea light in there really made it stand out and shine. And I'm just using that for a candle prop right now, but I think I'll put my remotes in there. I'm always losing my TV remote. I need somewhere to put it. Why not put it in something decorative? If you made it all the way through, I thank you very, very much. And if you're not already subscribed and you liked what you saw today, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, bye-bye.